Let's quickly talk about these two structures in the English language. The first is a number of, and the next is the number of. A number of versus the number of. Here you have the indefinite article a, and here you have the definite article the, which is the there. Now, these two structures are aspects of Concord that some users of the English language find confusing to use, especially when it comes to determining the type of verb to use immediately after the noun or the noun phrase that comes after of here. Right, of course, you know that when you have these two structures, a number of and the number of, the next item after all has to be a noun phrase or a noun. So, first of all, these two structures mean two different things. Here, a number of simply means several. Every time you hear somebody say a number of, it means several or many. Here you have several or many. That is more than one, more than two, three, four, five, six, that way. Plural. Several, many. A number of. Several or many. That's the meaning of a number. And here, what this means is the total number or quantity of something. When I say the number of something, what I'm trying to say is the total number or quantity of the thing I'm talking about. Right here, you're talking about many things, several things. Here, you're talking about just a number, figure, the rounded figure of something. Here, you're talking about many things, several things. Now, this structure actually attracts a plural noun. So what I'm trying to say is you have a number, a number, a number of plus plural, plural noun, plural noun. That's the structure. Every time you have a number of, the next item has to be a plural noun. An example would be, a number, a number of boys, let's say space or blank, a number of boys dash around today. Right. A number of items dash given to the principal, to the principal. Now, you see that the structure is when you have a number of, the next item being attracted has to be a plural item, plural noun, or a plural noun phrase. Boys, items, items, boys. And that's because we said that a number simply refers to several or many. When you hear a number of, you're talking about many things or several things. Now let's come to this part. The total number or the rounded figure of something is what the number of means. So the structure follows this. The structure, the number of plus, am I still within frame? No, we're no longer within frame. Let me take the route. I'm no longer within frame. Oh, actually, I've been out of frame. Let me take that again. So let's take that again. I was trying to say that the number of simply means the total number of something. That is what the number of simply means, right? And this structure actually goes this way. This is how the structure works. You have the number of plus a plural item, right? So the item after of has to be a plural item the same way we have a plural item coming after of here. Okay, so let's have an example. We use something similar to this using the same structure. The number of boys dash increasing dash, okay, let's dash increase today, okay. Number two, the number of items given to the principal, am I still within frame? To the principal dash 50 dash 50. The number of items given to the principal dash 50. Now, here is the rule. When you have the structure of a number of and the number of, a number of, because it means several or many, will attract a plural verb. Yes, a number of will attract a plural verb, and that's because it's talking about many people or several items. Whereas the number of whatever, the number of will take, will attract a singular verb. And that's because this structure is referring to the total number of something, just number, figure, number, and not the people themselves. Here, we're talking about the people, the subject themselves, several people, many people. But here, you're talking about the number of people. That's what the structure of number of simply means. So remember, at this when you have a number of, the next verb has to be a plural verb. So the answer here will be something like, a number of boys are around today. A number of boys are around today. And that is if this is in a present situation. But if this is a past situation, then you have something like, the number of boys were around today, maybe earlier today. And here you have a number of items dash given to the principal. A number of items were given to the principal or are given to the principal. That is how the structure works. The structure of a number of. And so let's come to this side. The number of. Remember, when you hear the number of, the next verb has to be a singular verb. And that's because we're talking about the rounded figure, the number of something, not the items themselves. So the number of boys has increased today. You can have anything like the number of boys have, that will be wrong. Remember, the focus is on the number and not the boys. The number, let's say we used to have 20 boys. 20 boys. We used to have 20 boys. But today, the number has increased. The number has increased to 40. So the number of boys has increased today. And finally, the number of items given to the principal dash 50. The number of items given to the principal is 50 for a present situation and was 50 for a past situation. So that is basically how the structures work. When you see a number of, or you say a number of something in the English language, the next verb has to be a plural verb. And when you have the number, which is of course talking about a rounded figure or number or quantity of something, then the verb has to be a singular verb. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you've learned something maybe a little intriguing in this class. If you have, do what to give this video a like and share to as many people who may need it. Remember to keep speaking right and keep learning right. See you next time. Bye for now. I think.